Good morning, everyone. Carly Gibson here, coming to you this week on how well do you know your essential oils. I really hope that you enjoyed last week. This week we're going to talk about tea tree and how tea tree got its name. As I was studying this, it's quite interesting because I didn't know the history behind tea tree. How tea tree got its name. In 1770, a British man named Captain James Cook landed in Australia at Botany Bay, which this is near Sydney, and from there he traveled north through the coastal regions of New South Wales. Well, in his travels, Captain James Cook and his crew, they discovered or were noticing these large groves of trees, and it had the sticky substance that was coming from the leaves. Well, as they were exploring, the natives, which were the Aborigines, they were showing them and teaching them about the healing powers of these sticky leaves, how they were healing the scrapes, the cuts, and the wounds, how it helped fight the infection. Because during this time in Australia, it was originally a penal colony of the worst of England's criminals. And with that said, Australia being England, not being far away, that they couldn't just go access medicine and medical doctors, so they had to use what was close at hand and learn about the nature around them that God gave them to use for healing properties. So being aboard a ship traveling for months at a time, the crew would get sick. With the cleanliness, not having proper food, different things that they had to learn. And over time, Captain James Cook did learn how to get proper food, clean it, and everything. Because scurvy, this was a problem. But he made a tea from the substance of the leaves. It was spicy, and it healed them from their scurvy. So his crew, it's pretty noted, you could go read the history on that, where it was not only the tea, it was different things that he did as far as the cleanliness, but his crew did not have scurvy. So that was huge during this time. So let's jump over to 1923. An Australian chemist named Dr. A.R. Penfold conducted a study of the tea tree leaves. What he discovered was astonishing. He discovered that the essential oils from the leaves was a strong antiseptic. It was stronger than the carbolic acid, which is phenol. This is what they used back then as their antiseptic to help heal wounds and infections. So he discovered that the leaves of the tea tree were stronger than what they were using. And during World War II, an outbreak of foot fungus hospitalized hundreds of Australian soldiers. The outbreak was so bad that the modern medicine that they had during this time, and also the ointments that they were using, it was not healing the soldiers' fungus. Well, an Aborigine who was acting as an assistant medic, he remembered the leaves from the tea tree, so he went and gathered some, and the doctors applied them to the soldiers' feet, and within a few days, the soldiers' feet were healed. So how do we use tea tree today? We pretty much use it for the same things. We use it for foot fungus. So if you have athlete's foot, anything like that, any type of cuts, wounds, scrapes, tea tree is still wonderful to use today. Acne, it has very many properties that you can use. So it is a very strong antiseptic. So remember that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this today. Look for me next week as we talk more about how well do you know your essential oils.